What did Coldplay say when they were playing Riichi Mahjong? You have a half flush, no other Yaku, and you're goblin mode and pushing. Nobody said you should Riichi. It's such a shame for you to deal in. Nobody said you can't push now. There's only 7 tiles left in the wall. Oh, you should not make that call. Generic Coldplay lyric. Okay, alright, it's done. You get the point. It's a Riichi Mahjong parody from Coldplay's Scientist. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Now is the time that we pray, right? Now is the time that we pray that we get a good game with a good thumbnail so that new people come to the channel and then they're like, what, a Coldplay song parody in this economy? This guy's a modern day Lin-Manuel Miranda. Even though Lin-Manuel Miranda is still here, I gotta go subscribe to this guy. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. You might also be asking yourself, Yusong, instead of going to a major 5 chord, you went to a major 3 chord in the chorus. Why'd you do that? Why? Because it's more dramatic, baby. It's so much more tension there. I got more artistic intention in my left than Coldplay. See that? I kept it civil. I kept it PG-13, but I was also still able to spit some fire. Okay. Now, you might not have caught this, right? Because you were probably too busy weeping during that song, during that performance, but there's a little bit of and we're gonna keep this as a safe tile. There's a little bit of moral to that, to those lyrics. It's not just, you know, these heavenly dulcet tones, of which I'm not genuinely alleging. I'm saying that very facetiously. Yusong, no new taxes, okay? No more pushing on half flush hands. Every time you get in trouble, it's because you push on half flush hands. Oh my god. Okay, well, now this white dragon cannot leave our hand. When our opponent just has a Yakuman round 2, they're probably going for a flush in the bamboo suit. They have a very easy path to victory. Holy moly. Yeah, this looks like a very easy flush in the bamboo suit. I don't even know if I want to. I did it. I pushed for it anyway. I don't know why, dude. I'm sick in the head, okay? I can't resist the siren song of always pushing if no one is explicitly called Riichi. I mean, why am I keeping this 1 for the possibility of a pure straight? I'm gonna tell you something right now, okay? Do not get too attached to me. No, you can, I mean, that's fine. I wouldn't recommend it, but don't get too attached to this hand. There's just simply no way we win this, right? There's just simply no way we win this. I'm gonna throw a 6. It doesn't seem like they need it. They could use it for an all triplets hand. This is very, very scary indeed. I mean, we still have a lot of safe tiles that we could throw over here, but I genuinely don't think that we're supposed to push for this. This door discard means that they're either in Tenpai or very, very close to Tenpai. So you know what? A little bit of Owl City right now. I'd like to close my eyes. Wait. I'd like to make myself believe that Right Lord has called Riichi. It's pretty good. How's my day going outside of the Riichi Mahjong game? Thank you for asking. No one ever asks. No, a lot of people do ask. It's very kind. All right, you're pushing. I'm folding. A tale as old as time. I can't believe you're pushing in light of this too. And did you just fold with the East Wind? No. The East Wind was a safe tile. We're gonna do big time folding. Okay. You might have seen Big Time Rush on Nickelodeon. We are gonna do some big time folding. Sure. As long as we keep drawing safe tiles, I'll keep discarding them. Uh-oh, do we have no more safe tiles? We have 2 white dragons, but it still doesn't mean anything. Even if we draw the 3rd one, they could be waiting on a single tile wait for the white dragon for 3 little dragons, right? Anyway, how was my day? Dude, I'm in a predicament because I don't know if you can see the band-aid, but I took a Humpty Dumpty took a mighty fall while falling, while running. They maybe did have the Yakuman. They were emoting there. Also, it's not Christmas at all. What the hell? Is a dealer Mongon to start the game? Y'all are getting Mongons? I would love to myself one day. I'd love to be a part of an inside joke one day. So I have like big wounds on me. That's I don't know if that's a weird thing to say or not, but that's just the genuine truth. Sure, I guess we can keep our east wind. Maybe if we draw another Dora, we'll be happy to have this kind of shape, right? All right, just pawn the prevalent wind. Yeah. There's the Dora. I mean, there's nothing we could really do about that. I suppose I'm gonna get rid of the 9 here. So anyway, it hurts so intensely if I wash my hands, right? You're supposed to keep your injuries dry. Drier than a Englishman's wit, as they say. No one says that. I say that. And so I've been trying to do that, but it's gotten in the, like, I haven't been able to clean as much as I would like to. Hang on. The 8's probably not going to do anything. It doesn't even, it's a floating 8 tile at this point. So this is 1, 2, 3. Oh God, what are our shapes here? All right, don't look at this hand, dude. I messed up something fierce with this hand. Also, I'm getting a phone call right now. Please ignore that in the other room. I don't know if it's being able to be picked up right now. I have no idea what to discard. Just throw the west wind. I'm too stressed out right now. Okay, I mean, this probably is going to be a 1, 2, 3, and this is probably going to be a 7, 7 shape as our pair. I mean, that's interesting too, but I don't necessarily want that. I guess I'm going to throw the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Are these really our shapes? I mean, I guess we're hoping to, okay. I guess this is our hand. If we draw into a 3 of circles, we'll be so happy to call Riichi. Somehow we get a Riichi Pinfu with the chance to get a pure double sequence. I mean, this is not how we drew it up in the sand, but it is how it's about to go down. I think the 3, yeah, it doesn't even matter if we draw a 3 of characters, right? That also still does not get us into Senpai, and so I'd rather at this point keep the east wind as a safe tile to call Riichi with, or if someone else calls Riichi, yeah, we're gonna do some major bailing right now. Anyway, like we're a government package to Goldman Sachs. Heated political commentary about government bailouts. It's prevented my ability to clean around my place because I don't want to have to wash my hand afterwards and feel the searing pain of 1,000 suns. However, today I vacuumed and it felt amazing. Dude, I love vacuuming. It is one of my favorite chores. Why? Probably because I have like OCD, but and that's, I'm not making light of it. I'm genuinely like, no, it's like caused a few struggles in my life. But it is one of the chores where you can most visibly see like the fruits of your labor afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Like you get to see, I mean, not if you have like an older vacuum where all the dust gets stored inside a little bag, you know what I mean? I have like a newer vacuum, not to flex or anything. I have a newer vacuum where it's like you can see all the dust that's getting sucked in. It's like a clear plastic on the inside. And it's just so rewarding at the end of the vacuuming session to just bloomp and then throw out all the dust that you picked up. I'm also gonna go off right now, okay? I vacuum at my best every other day. Now that's probably too much for most people. And I'm not saying that everyone should vacuum every other day. No, I think that's ridiculous. I think that's way too much. However, I have a problem where if I see more than 3 hairs on the ground, if I notice more than 3, I'm like, this house is a disaster. Someone's got to clean. We are not living like pigs. We must clean. So I'll take out the vacuum. Even at my best, which is vacuuming like once every other day. Every time I vacuum, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Okay, every time I vacuum, there's so much dust that gets sucked up, it's impossible. I have no idea who's producing this much dust. Like, I swear to God, there's gotta be some, like, dust fairy that comes in through the windows at night and just, ooh, a little bit here and a little bit there. It's actually, I have no idea how it happens. I'm gonna keep my hand closed. The rest of this hand is kind of a disaster. Maybe we pawn the east wind, and even if the first east wind gets discarded, I'm like, what's the point, dude? This hand is very, very small. Like some former presidents of ours. Striking political commentary. I mean, we have 5 shapes. the Dora is the 6 of characters, so I mean we could have held out hope for a 4, 8, 6. I don't know, that's probably right, but this hand is just so small potatoes, dude. I don't even know. Probably a 7 of circles is the only thing. All right, because that's like our hardest shape to make happen. All right, this is the babiest of all baby hands, but I guess we're doing this so that we can stop other people from completing their hands, right? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm in Southern California and it's like there's a lot of, I don't know if this means anything, but I've heard friends say like, hey, in Southern California, you know, every time you open the window, it's gonna get so dusty. And I don't know if it's because I'm living technically in a desert, right? This is a godless shrine. This is people fighting against natural rhythms at this point. Okay, so this is a very, very obvious either 6, 7, 8 mixed triple sequence or an east wind hand. I'm gonna hope that other people think that I have a good 6, 7, 8 mixed triple sequence and not just like a horrible disaster of a hand. Just waiting on the east wind. And if someone calls Riichi, at least we have 2 tiles to fold with. This is probably incorrect. It's arguably comparable to saying like, hey, it's as if you called Riichi waiting on just the east wind. So I suppose we would, right? Small hand, we get out of there. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I have no idea why it gets so dusty. If you have any idea why it gets so dusty, let me know. I will. And here's the thing about robot vacuums. I know that people have been working on this thing like it's their job, and it is their job. But I know that people have been working on this thing for the last, you know, decade. And that scientists who are way smarter than me have been working in the lab late one night when their eyes beheld a scary sight, right? I don't trust them. I don't trust a robot vacuum. I'm like, there's no way you're actually gonna get around the house. Like, robot vacuums are fun, but they're also like funny. You know what I mean? I think the most appeal that you can get out of a robot vacuum is like, oh, cute. My cat is riding on a robot vacuum. How quaint. Or like, look at that robot vacuum. It's bumping its head against the wall over and over. Isn't that kind of funny? All right. I am keeping this 8 around because, and he's finally seen it. You can stop writing in the comments, and I say that very facetiously. I mean, keep writing in the comments if they're like, you sung your opening song was so good, I started crying and vomiting. A good thing I have my vomit bucket ready. You know, those comments make me feel alive. Really? Dude, I don't want to go for Sanshoku. You can't make me go for Sanshoku. There's hands where the mixed triple sequence is easier than this. I don't know, dude. I'm still keeping on hope that maybe we get a 2 of characters, and now we're 1 tile away from Tenpai. And now we could get a, oh, don't make me do this. Oh my, this is painful. This is absolutely painful. Now I'm like, oh great. Now great. We could go for the 5, 6, 7 mixed triple sequence. I mean, this is all simples, red 5, Dora mixed triple sequence. It's not terrible. It's genuinely not terrible. I would even open up this hand if they give me the chance. Even if it was just all simples, red 5 Dora, I would open up this hand. We're the dealer. We get to run it back as the dealer. Lovely situation, right? Okay. I don't know if anyone else is having this problem lately, but I would like a single good tile. It's like the Great Depression. I'm lining up in front of a job center to try to get an FDR subsidized job. God. Look, okay, I guarantee you look in the comments right now. Pair, Omega Chunk, double-sided weight. This is a perfect Ishan 10. Like, this is a perfect Ishan 10. It's not the perfect one away from Tenpai that you necessarily want, but it's the one we deserve, okay? It is the stop it. This is, get some help. I guess I'm doing that. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I don't know anymore. But if you look in the comments right now, you're gonna see a million comments like, hey Yusong, I was studying for a AP US history test, and your FDR joke actually helped me remember that the Tennessee Valley Association was a coveted part of our nation's historic rebuilding. Thank you. Salute emoji. I swear. And I don't know what the comments are gonna be, right? I can only assume that they're given in good faith and they're just not, you know, there because I asked for them. Please, dude. Oh my goodness, we've been in one away from Tenpai for so long, dude. I can't even remember what the Riichi button looks like. Please, dude. So many, an unbelievable amount of tiles get us there. 4, 7, 5, 5, 7, Riichi. I mean, this is, I'm gonna call the Riichi. This is, I mean, this is Pinfu, all simples, red 5, Dora, Riichi. That's at least a dealer Mongon if we get it. So where honestly no one's gonna deal in, right? There's so much danger around the Dora. No one's discarded any 4s. One person's discarded a 7 because they were feeling pretty frisky with it. This is just, if we sumo this hand, we will pog out of control. Absolutely, okay? Okay, let's just close our eyes and make believe for a second. Riichi, sumo, all simples, red 5, Dora, Pinfu, Uradora. I mean, this is 6 Han. It's technically a Han. It's a dealer Hanemon. Sebastian the Crab, please, under the sea, under the river me. I swear, I've been a good boy all year, please. I'm begging you, dude. Or have someone else's Greed Goblin go out of control right now and tell him to push. Tell him to push with a 4 of characters. If this one tile passes, we could get into Tenpai for an exhaustive draw. Okay. I mean, this was a huge hand. Maybe we shouldn't have called Riichi just to try to get someone else sauced, right? Get other people overconfident. But hey, I'll take 3,000 points. 3,000 points ain't nothing. We even keep our Riichi stick at Silicon Valley Bank. That's great. We'll be right there to pick it up after work. All right. 9 of characters is the Dora. Can't make anything happen there. 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes in our hand. The God draw right now would be another. Oh, sorry, RIP headphone users, but that was literally the God draw. Now this is a hand. Now this is an absolute bop of a hand, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. Surely, right? I mean, surely we just discard the 1. The 1's not doing anything here. If we get another tile around the 5 of bamboo, we can just like cast a hugely wide net here for the amount of tiles that we can accept into our hand right now. Oh my goodness, please. One time for the one time. A 3 of characters right off of the top. This is a disgusting Riichi Pinfu 2 Dora hand. And we get to potentially get back our Riichi stick from before. You thought I was you thought I'd forgotten about you? Nah, dude, I'm waiting for you like how a dog waits for its previous owner in a really sad short film, okay? It's a bond that runs so deep you couldn't even fathom. Would love to get into Tenpai though. That's the problem. Getting into Tenpai is very, very difficult. It's why everyone wants to do it. All the kids these days, they're hitting the woe and trying to get into Tenpai. Now, that's very funny for a few reasons. One, I don't know what hitting the woe is. I don't even know if it's a real thing, okay? A few days ago, over dinner, I asked my significant other, what is hitting the woe? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I also don't know. And you know what? We didn't look it up. We just let it, yeah. No one's gonna like, you know, I don't think that it's gonna bite us in any way. Okay, they're going for a half flush. Very scary. Maybe, I don't know. If we get a 3 of characters, I probably still slam the Riichi button. But if we get anything else, probably don't slam the Riichi button. I don't think it's worth it in light of the danger that this could be. I mean, is it a full flush or a half flush? They've discarded some honor tiles too. We're honestly not sure, right? There's not too many honor tiles that have been discarded. They could have a green dragon or something. Yeah, we didn't look it up. No one's gonna, you know, find me in a back alley being like, give me all your money. Unless you can tell me what hitting the woe is. I don't think that really happens. I feel like if it did happen, we'd hear about it more on the news. Dude, speaking of, I guess, comedy, which we weren't even really talking about comedy. Oh, goodness. I guess I throw this. I mean, it's a very, very dangerous tile. If you're willing to con, you're probably in Tenpai. I mean, this is just, and now the three of characters is the new, is a new Dora. Oh, this is a very risky situation, dude. We can't discard any of our bamboo tiles. Even the 6 of circles is looking a little dangerous, right? They probably don't have a 4-5. They probably don't have a 4-5. They could have a 7-8. That's horrifying. They call Riichi on the 5. Maybe we're supposed to fold here on the 2 of bamboo. Or 2 of characters. Is there ever a world where we chase? No, it's too spicy right now. I know it's really sad because we have a really great hand, right? I know it's really, really sad. I can't discard this one in the light of whatever we're seeing. They might be folding with this West Wind. I honestly, this is 100% on me. I wasn't sure if that came from within their hand or outside of their hand. They're thinking about something, though. And I don't think that their hand is ready. I don't think that their hand is ready at all. I think they folded with the West Wind instead of staying in Tenpai. You'll love to see it. So now their hand is not in Tenpai. I'm gonna push with the 1 here. I'm still. I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it. Can we talk about literally anything else? What I was gonna say was unbelievable. I mean, it's the night is still young, right? We can still it's so sad. It's so sad dealing in, dude. It's unbelievably sad dealing in. Can I tell you something? I've been really depressed lately. And every time I'm really depressed, and I'm not asking for any sympathy in the comments, just tell me about the vomit buckets and everything, because the intros inspire you so much spiritually that we have to vomit together. Anyway, I've been really depressed lately, and for some reason, whenever I play Mahjong and I'm not in a good state of mind, I swear, and this could just be confirmation bias, but I swear the tiles, like, I just play worse when I'm really depressed. I don't know, dude. I don't know if that's really true. I honestly can't tell you, but it feels very true, and it's a very easy link to make, right? If your mind is secretly focused on other things in the background, if you're exerting a lot of inertia just to be here, you know, then you might not be able to see what's the best discard. I don't know. In that situation, it was very scary though. We had no idea what Left Lord was cooking up. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was 2 nights ago, I watched John Mulaney's stand-up special on Netflix. John Mulaney is an American stand-up comedian. In this special, he talks a lot about like going to rehab or overcoming a drug addiction, right? It's incredibly funny. I really liked it. Before I watched it, I made the mistake of accidentally searching up reviews, which is a thing. I know the Dora, but I think we're gonna go for all simples here, which is a mistake that I rarely make. But you know, lately I've been looking for like attic people and mole people to try to get the stinky sock smell out of the vents. So I'm like, oh yeah, look up a review. It'll be good. They said. Sure, we can maybe get into, I don't know, a double-sided weight or something. I don't know, dude. This is a rough hand. It's not that great, but I still think that we call Riichi no matter what. Are you going for a bamboo half flush again, or a full flush again? I could pawn this just to get into Tenpai. Nah, let's keep our hand closed and see what happens. Sure, with this, maybe with the right draw, we can. I mean, the 3 being our pair is very, very awkward, and they are going for the. So they are going for the full flush or a half flush in the bamboo suit again, dude. Okay, that really hurts. If we get the chance to get into Tenpai, do we take it? I think it's not a terrible idea to take it, just to deny Right Lord of a massive opportunity here, right? Anyway, I was looking up reviews, and people were saying about how, like, you know, it's good, but it doesn't achieve the artistic intention, blah, 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 that I think John Mulaney was going for, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I watched this special, I was like, it's really, really funny. It's really, really funny, and it's like, I think people, I mean, I don't really fault the reviewers either, but I think they're economically incentivized to have a take, to do a little bit of judgment, right? Go ahead. To have some kind of take, to generate clicks of like, oh, it falls short, and people are gonna click in and be like, how does it fall short? I need to know. We can't get rid of this. I genuinely cannot. So what do we discard instead? I'm not sure. I suppose the 8 of characters. It doesn't seem like they're in Tenpai. They haven't discarded a single bamboo tile yet. I don't know, dude. This is it's a rough situation for sure. But maybe if someone else deals in, we can fight it out for third. You know, that's always a possibility too. I was like, I know this is like really easy to say, but it's way easier being a critic than it is to do the thing yourself, right? And I say this as someone who did a lot of stand-up in college, and don't get me wrong, college stand-up is very, very different than real world stand-up. I have done real world stand-up at a bunch of bars too, and like that's like way scarier because at college stand-up, it's just you and your pals goofing off, you know? It's not very serious. The audience is the most supportive audience in the world. They want to see you succeed. Real world stand-up is like a bunch of people who have lost the light in their eyes trying to be funny. Furiten Riichi? I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I mean, we are in last place. Okay, I'm glad we didn't call it. Unbelievable luck, right? The back-to-back full flushes as for a dealer Hanemon. Meanwhile, my ass is sitting here in Furiten, like, oh, I hope I get into Tenpai. Oh boy, hopefully I get into Tenpai. Okay, one Dora, one red 5. It could be a lot worse. We have a pair of the Eastwinds. That's feeling pretty good. 8 is very redundant in this hand. Anyway, stand-up is very, very scary. And I honestly really enjoyed the Netflix special. I thought it was really good. I genuinely thought it was really good. Let's see if we can't keep our hand closed, right? A closed hand, if we draw the last Eastwind, we'll be really, really happy to see it. I don't know. All the value is about to disappear from our hand. We're 2 away from Tenpai anyway. I'm gonna do this to try to make the red 5 stick in our hand. I mean, the god draw right now would be another 8 of circles, so I can throw away my pair and then use the 8 of circles. I mean, this is how to squeeze value from a hand. This is getting water from a stone right now. All right, they pawn the green dragon. Nothing we can do about that. Nothing we can do except maybe like try to race them, I suppose. Their hand is really, really good too. Are you seeing the tiles that they're discarding? Oh, this is such a bad idea because now this Eastwind is our pair, but if we draw into the 7 of circles or if we get into Tenpai, I think we're slamming the Riichi button anyway. Dude, we're in last place. We gotta swing huge mode on this one. 1 is probably safe. I don't know, dude. The 9 is probably safe. They discarded an 8-7 right off of the bat. I mean, this doesn't necessarily land us in Tenpai. But I'm gonna do it. Why? If we chi into a 4 or 6, we can get onto a single tile away for the Dora. It's very, very greedy. It's absolutely very, very greedy. I think it's what we need to do, though. Ah, my keyboard. Okay. The first time I did stand-up was in college, and the mayor of the town that the college was in did like an intro for it. It was really, really cool, right? And I swear to you, I was so... We have to fold here. I can't believe this, but we have to fold here. I can't, dude. I can't. I can't with any of this. It's just too scary. Okay, yeah, just all the good tiles pass. Yeah, all the good tiles can pass. Yeah, no problem. It's not like some of us are like trying to win, trying to scrounge together like a 1,000 point hand or anything. Okay, yeah, cool. No, it's cool. Maybe could have folded a little bit wiser here. Yeah, probably not though. Could she, the 2 and the 4? It's not like I'm discarding those anyway. To try to get into Tenpai? I suppose. We're feeling pretty desperate right now. A lot of 5s being discarded. We still have this tile to discard because it's Suji to the 5. Oh, lordy. That's not a safe tile at all. Okay, hopefully it's a huge hand. No, it's the most baby hand of all time. Good. Oh, I'm really happy the game's progressing like this. At least they hit an Oradora. Holy moly. So now we're just trying to get up over Left Lord here. We're trying to get into 3rd place. Holy moly, dude. Ah, what is that? Okay. First time I did stand up, I was so nervous that I legitimately could not eat for the week before. Like the week leading up to it, I just straight up could not keep, like, I had no appetite. It was very, very scary. The one time I did stand up in North Carolina on spring break because my friends are all like comedy nerds, right? And so they, you know, we found this bar. They had an open mic. They were like, Yusong, you should do it. And I, not knowing any better, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. The whole time my 5-minute like set was going, someone in the audience, I don't know if this was because I know how this is gonna sound. I don't know if it was because I was the only Asian American person in North Carolina, but someone was going, and maybe not, but someone was going the whole time I was doing my set. I still did pretty well though. Like no one was getting a lot of big laughs, and all my jokes were like not amazing by any means. Like definitely not amazing, right? Definitely not anything to super write home about, but I did have this one-liner that's very silly that makes no sense in retrospect. That was like a, you know, so a lot of people struggle with morning wood. I'm getting this weird thing called like weeping willow. It's not good. It's not a good joke. But for some reason on that night, it got an enormous laugh, and I was like, okay, sure, y'all are weird. And why is that one guy clicking his tongue at me? This hand can maybe get into Tenpai. That's maybe gonna be our pair. Oh God, we gotta get rid of this 7 of characters if we wanted to. I mean, we can also go all simples mode on this, right? All simples mode doesn't seem too bad. If we draw another 3, or I don't even know what's going on, man. I guess I'll discard the 9. What are you doing? Why have you been so loved by the bamboo lately? Okay, we're 1 tile away from Tenpai. If we draw into a pair, either the 7 or the 8, I'm slamming the Riichi. Anything else, if we draw into a 2 or a 5, we cannot Riichi here. It's just too dangerous. We don't even have like a Suji trap set or nothing. Doors, the 6 of circles. Oh, this 8 is gonna be... Let's dance. We're in last place, dude. Let's dance. Right Lord is incentivized to fold because they're wildly in first place. Really happy I invested 1,000 of my points in that Riichi. It's not even that late in the game. It's a reasonable Riichi. Although you got to assume that whenever people start calling, oh my God, this hand, dude. Oh, I have to uninstall the game. I know I'm playing in Mozilla Firefox right now. I have to uninstall the game. This is an absolute disaster. This is an absolute disaster of a hand. Maybe, is this 7 pairs? I don't even know what's going on, dude. But stand-up is very, very fun because there's one time I was doing it in... I was a liberal arts major, and in the liberal arts college, there would be like these like variety nights, right? Like kind of like a coffee house vibe where people would do, you know, poetry, like legit slam poetry. Or like, you know, one person would like bring a guitar, and some people like me would do stand-up. And in retrospect, I'm like, oh my goodness, that is an awful venue to do stand-up in. But I don't, because like no one's really in the mood to laugh, you know? Like after someone does a sad cover of Sweet Caroline or whatever, I don't know, like no one's really in the mood to laugh. No one did that. This is the first song that came to mind. Hey There Delilah, it makes more sense. Just pawn this and end my career, dude. I mean, this is maybe a 7 pairs hand. What else could this be but a 7 pairs hand? Otherwise, like, we cannot get any value from it. There's just no way. There's just no way. We cannot play this hand normally. It's too bad. It's genuinely too bad. Oh, thank you for discarding the red 5 that's very, very close to the door, signaling that you've got a almost ready to complete hand, and you're sitting in 3rd place, so I'm probably gonna get slurped from all my points. But it was really, really fun. I love doing stand-up there. I think it was a good challenge, and I remember feeling like it was like a genuine rush of emotion, because like when you do stand-up, the things that you like to hear are laughter, obviously, but secondarily, after the laughter, the most important thing that you could hear is the silence between, like, when you're talking. You know what I mean? Like, not after a punchline. Silence after that would be devastating, but as you're just telling a story, like, if you can hear abject silence in the room and people are waiting to hear what you'll say next, holy moly, it is a very, very, like, very, very intense, like, feeling of power. There's no other way to say it. It's, you know, I guess it's why a lot of comedians have like simultaneously low self-esteem and like an inflated sense of self at the same time. And it is in that this is Suji. Don't please deal into Right Lord. I need you to deal into Right Lord. That is the only way we get out of here, right? Or Right Lord needs to assume, oh, the Eastwood was safe. Oh, I'm being carried for no reason. Okay, great. Please deal in. Oh my goodness. Please deal in. Please. I'm sending, oh, excuse me, the wrong way. I'm sending all my energy. Sending all my, ah! Let's go. Sometimes all you need to do is pray. Yeah. It's why a lot of people say don't date comedians. And I'm like, yeah. Unless a comedian is really willing to like work on themselves or whatever, like earnestly, right? Then if they're just wallowing in that depression, don't do it. Because they're not ready to have a relationship. There's no way. Or you can date them, but it'll probably be a really, really hard. You'll have to do a ton of emotional labor. I don't know, dude. Something that a friend said will always stick to me. She was like, you know, I don't really want to date dudes in their, this is like a few years ago when we were in our early 20s. It was, oh my God, I feel so old. I'm 27, which is, that feels really old too to say. Yeah. Maybe I guess we. Was that my chances as a dealer? No. This is my chances as a dealer. That's fine. I don't give a hoot. Oh, clearly I've offended someone who's in their early 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes. Excuse me. Oh my God. A sneeze came out of nowhere, dude. Okay. She was like, you know, dating someone dating a dude in their early 20s means you're about to do so much emotional labor because dudes in their early 20s don't know how to express themselves. Like it's so much work. You know, it's so much work. And that was like a good wake-up call to me because I was like, okay, yeah, in my relationships, I don't necessarily. In my relationships, I don't want to necessarily do that to anybody. However, I do think there's a way of taking it too far where I was like so scared to tell someone how I was feeling because my friend had said that. Like I was like, I never want to express my sadness to anyone because I don't want them to have to. No, the 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence is just straight up not good enough right now. Nope, we need a fast hand to race whatever nonsense this is. We just need to win. We just need to be able to call Riichi at the very, very least, right? This is a no defense mode, call Riichi no matter what you get type of situation. It's gonna be a closed wait. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be, but like we just straight up have to, okay? 6, go ahead. Eat my lunch, dude. To where I was like, oh, I don't want to have anyone do any emotional labor for me anyways, like at any time. However, in a relationship, sometimes it's going to happen, right? Sometimes you're going to take like a giant tumble while you're going for a run and scrape up your entire body and then be really, really sad that the rest of your life is still very busy. And like the physical thing is like a physical thing, but like, of course there's going to be an emotional fallout. Like, oh my God, how am I going to, I guess this is safer to throw at this point. Oh my goodness. I mean, should we have kept and just thrown away one of these? I suppose, right? No, but then we're still 2 tiles away from Tenpai. I don't know. It's not a good situation for us, friends. We're in last place with no way out. Okay. I mean, this player could just be folding. They haven't discarded a single character tile though, so that's also a little disconcerting. Like they could have a big hand. Of course, we could also do a little bit of organized prayer. A little organized prayer never hurt anybody. That left lord deals into someone else's massive hand. Like sometimes you're gonna need to rely on other people, and I think that's totally okay. You don't want to develop an over-reliance or a codependency on it, but you know that's just gonna happen. Oh, okay. 1, 3, 5. I suppose now if we draw a 2 of characters, if I want to set a Suji trap, we can call Riichi on the 5 of circles. But 5 of circles in the light of this is very dangerous. Is so dangerous. Oh, and Left Lord is opening their hand and discarding the Dora. Jeez Louise. They could be waiting for the 5 as well. I mean, the 4 could have come from the 6, 7, and that's all that the shapes they had around the circles. I guess the 3. I guess the 3 has now become our new safe tile. There's a 2 of circles, so maybe someone else will throw one. Unbelievable. By the way, we have no Yakuza, so like we have to call Riichi. Otherwise, this hand just like simply cannot win. My kingdom for a chance to sniff at Tenpai. Ah! And the song intro to this episode was so good, dude. Oh my goodness. Okay. We pray that Left Lord deals into Up Lord. What's Up Lord? Oh, nothing much, dude. How about you? If they sumo, we might die. And I was totally fine accepting death there. I genuinely was. Now it's at least we have a little bit of a chance that they could deal in. It's a terrible chance. It's a terrible chance, dude. Okay, at least that's a safe tile. Did we play that bad this time? Cause did we play that bad this time? Dude, the commentary was so good this episode too. I feel like we really got to know each other. And I know it's a monologue, okay? I'm just joking. I'm saying this very facetious. Oh, thank you, Lelouch Lamperouge. I don't really want to talk to you right now. What is this? What is this? I dealt in 3 times. What? Really? No, okay. Left Lord had called a Riichi. I deal the 1 here and it deals me in because I thought they were folding. Dude, it's so... the West Wind did mean that they were folding. No, it didn't. I'm a fool. I'm an absolute dummy. I thought that this came from within their hand. I genuinely thought that this came from within their hand. That's the importance of seeing if it's a Saki Giri or a Sumo Giri, right? Which are the Japanese terms, I think, and I could get them wrong, for tile that you just picked up or tile that was from within your hand. All right, that's on me. Could you be mad at me though? I was talking about John Mulaney. Or I don't even know what we're talking about here. Okay, all right. What should I have discarded? Five. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is the 5 safe? I mean, it's safe for right lord, obviously. It's safe for left lord because it's inside Tsuji. They don't have a 3-4 weight and they don't have a 6-7 weight. Otherwise, they can't get rid of that 8. Right? Yeah, they were waiting on some bamboo shenanigans. Oh my goodness, I played so bad. Oh my god, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. Oh my god. Oh my god. I should not. Oh, I won this hand, right? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, relive the moment where you won a 1,000 point hand. I mean, I'm too depressed to even look through these game logs. This is a nice Riichi though. This is, I mean, this is a really powerful hand. 2 Dora, pure double sequence. Red 5. I wouldn't call Riichi on this, but I would certainly push with it. Maybe it's a terminal tile. Yeah. And you don't give them the see, this is better than pushing with the 4 because at least you don't give them all simples, right? So that's definitely an okay push in my book. You called Riichi on a, oh wow, a closed Sanshoku red 5. Honestly, I might not have called Riichi here. Or who was the first Riichi? They called the first Riichi? Then you chased with a closed. I don't like chasing with a closed weight, dude. I genuinely don't like it. And besides, you could win even if you don't call Riichi. You have pure mixed triple sequence, right? That's really strong in and of itself. Yeah, okay. And they had at least you didn't give him I mean, if you had given them the pure double sequence too, maybe the game would have changed somehow. Like, you know, this was unbelievable, right? Like, we all agree that this was unbelievable. Anyone could have dealt in with the green dragon, and it was me. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. South 3, oh my god, the unlikeliness of this whole ordeal. The unlikeliness of this. And I'm just gonna exacerbate the pain by seeing if anyone would have drawn into a 2 of circles. Nope, it was in the dead wall. Okay, did anybody have a 2 of circles? Oh, great. Yeah, all of them are bricked up in a Crosslord's hand. Amazing. But if we had gotten to an exhaustive draw without anyone winning, we would have at least gotten to stay in the dealer's seat, and we were in last place there. If they sumoed a big enough hand, you know, 7 pairs, Riichi, sumo, Adora, or Adora. Like, if they sumoed a big enough hand, we might have died. Anyway, so I think it was okay to go for it. Ah! If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. Helps out the channel a lot. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more new videos every day. You can also join us on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Forgot about my own Twitch stream. Mondays are Mahjong, Wednesdays are Yakuza at the current moment, and Fridays are Nancy Drew. I hope to see you there. You can also say hi in the Discord or the VODs channel. Both linked down below. Until next time, please take care of yourself and please be nice to yourself, okay? All right, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.